Hey guys, Claudia Bazaar here. Hopefully I'm in the right page. Hopefully I'm in the Director Success page. So let me just make sure a couple people are coming on so I know that I'm in the right group. Okay, I see Christina. Yes, I'm in the right group. All right, well, welcome everyone. My name is Claudia Bazaar and I'm a Senior Executive Director from upstate New York where it's brutally cold today. And I'm so excited that I got invited to talk to you guys about recruiting and my biggest tip. Who is ready for double points? Double points, here we come. Let's go, right? But before we start, let me tell you a little bit about my story for those of you that don't know, okay? Oh, look at all you guys, so fun. So anyway, so I started my Pampered Chef journey almost 8 years ago. And when I attended my very first Pampered Chef party in the United States, I was new to the U.S. I was coming from Europe. So if you hear my little accent, I'm a military spouse. And at my first party, I had a really good time and I was intrigued by what the consultant was doing. The consultant there was new. I think it was one of her first parties, and she asked if she could set up a three-way call with her upline to give me more information and get my questions answered. So always set up those three-way calls, right? After the call with the upline, who was Donna Landy, I was ready to join. However, little did I know that I needed a social security number. So I had to wait 6 months for my green card, and I joined later on. When I finally did join, I was 6 months pregnant, big old belly, with my first child. I didn't really have any goals or dreams. Didn't really know what I wanted from my Pampered Chef business. It was just kind of, whatever it was, wherever it would take me. I went back to work. I put my son in daycare, and I just did Pampered Chef on the side while I was working full time. And when my second child came, a few months later, after having 2 kids and having both of them in daycare, I realized that this working full time thing, paying for daycare, someone else raising my children, wasn't really working for me, okay? So at that point, I decided that once our move was approaching to move overseas to Korea, I was going to work my Pampered Chef business and supplement my full-time income by doing 2 shows consistently every single week, all right? I will tell you it was hard to convince my husband. It took me quite a few years, and he really didn't believe that Pampered Chef could give us financially what we were looking for. And I heard the phrase, and maybe some of you have heard the phrase before from your significant other, just go get a real job, right? I've heard that quite a few times. But I knew what I wanted, and I saw the possibilities that I could have with this Pampered Chef business. And as strong-headed as I am, I went on a mission to prove him wrong. Right? Anyone ever done that? So I remember the moment that my business turned around and I decided to recruit and grow a team. I had gotten to Korea, was all settled in, was doing a couple shows here and there, and I wasn't recruiting. I wasn't recruiting because I was convinced that we were on a very small installation or base, and I didn't want the competition, right? There could only be so many Pampered Chef consultants on this base. And lo and behold, a few parties in, one of my hosts asked me, hey, how can I do what you do? And I thought to myself, that's not happening. There's not enough room, right? So what I did is I reached out to my upline, Donna Landy, and I asked her, I was like, hey, what can I do? This host wants to join, but I can't have this happen, right? There's not enough room for 2 consultants here. And I'm so thankful that I reached out to her for help. She allowed me to show me, the possibilities of how many lives I could change and how there is room for more consultants and how people would move back to the United States and I could grow an organization all over the world. And guess what? That's exactly what happened. I can't imagine where my life would be if I didn't share the opportunity with so many people and I didn't reach out, for help. So the lives that have been changed and the friendships that have come from this are truly incredible. So I want to ask you guys I want to know who's got their eye on the prize of earning $3,000 bonus points for every new consultant that joins your team in January and qualifies in the first 30 days. 3,000 points. Is anyone excited? That means a total of 6,000 points, right? Imagine if you guys did that with 5 people. Half the trip would be like in the bag. Done, sealed. We're done. We got half the trip in, right? So who's excited? You guys excited? All right. So here are my part of my recruiting tips, because you're going to hear from others as well. So you've probably heard this many times, but repetition is definitely key in this business, right? And sometimes we have to hear things over and over. So ask every single host at least 5 times, okay? So who on this page right here, you guys that are on live, who was a host before you joined? Comment below. How many times did the consultant ask you to join? Comment below, okay? That's going to show you that a lot of people were consultants before they joined, right? Hosts before they joined. And the reason, guys, the reason we have to ask at least 5 times is because very rarely someone's going to say, yeah, sign me up after you ask them the first time, right? I mean, it happens, but it's kind of rare. So you have to find out their objection to know what it is that you have to conquer, right? So conquer the objection and show them that, yes, they can, in fact, do what you do. Most of the time, people just don't believe in themselves, all right? They don't believe they have the time, the skill, or or anything else. They don't know how to cook, but most likely they don't believe in themselves, right? That they have the time, the power to do what we do. So showing them that they can literally try this business risk-free, that you will be there to support them every step of the way and guide them, and that they really have nothing to lose, right? And that's exactly what we have to show people when we talk about this business. And here's something I came up with for this video, and I'll be posting that in a little bit as well. Create yourself a checklist of making sure that you ask every host 5 times, and I guarantee you that your recruiting is going to soar. All right, so let's go through this list. This is what this list looks like. I'm going to post this, and this can be for virtual or cooking shows. All right, so basically, before you set up your show, right? It says it right here. I know it's backwards, but before you set up the show, here's something that you can send to your host, virtual or cooking. All right, and you can tweak it to your wording, but basically, it could say something like this: "Hey, host." Name, right? Thank you so much for hosting a party with me. Before I set your party all up, I did want you to know that one of the benefits of hosting your own party is that I can easily turn this into your launch party, meaning not only would you get the rewards, but actual cash from this party. Are you in the market for some extra income? Right? And see what they respond. And if you're struggling with overcoming objections, take some screenshots or find out what they're saying and send it to your upline. So some other things that you can do before a cooking show or during a virtual party is just little comments to your host, all right? It could be something like, oh my gosh, your friends are excited and they're RSVPing. Looks like they love Pampered Chef. Are you sure you don't want to give this business a try? Right? Another thing you could be saying is, you're doing such a fabulous job getting your people excited. I would love to have someone as excited as you on our team. You would make a great consultant. What do you think? All right. Something else you could say is, once their party reaches $300 or more, you could let them know, hey, you just qualified for kit credit. Did you know you could save $25 or $50 on a starter kit? Have you seen them on pamperedchef.com/be a consultant to your website? So if you guys are not using that link, use it. Everything's there that they need to know. And then ask them one last time before you close their party. One last time before you close the party, all right? And you could say something like this: before we close out your party, I just wanted to ask one more time if you're sure you don't want to give this business a try for 30 days. I would love to give you the bookings from this party. What do you think? So I'll post this checklist, all right? Kind of looks like this. I'll post it as a picture file so you guys can share it with your teams. But at the end of the day, guys, remember that we don't sell kits. We are in the business of changing lives. I love that I can help others benefit from this amazing business opportunity. I'm sure you guys do too. And so can you guys, right? It feels amazing when I see the impact a Pampered Chef business can bring to others. Helping others achieve their dreams and goals and being their partner alongside and their mentor while they do reach their goals is one of the best feelings and rewards that this job has for us, right? So together, we're enriching lives, one meal, one memory at a time. And go ahead and share this video once you see the YouTube link. Don't share this video. Wait for the YouTube link to be posted. And remember that Home Office challenged us to hit 2,000 new consultants in the month of January. So I would love to know, how big is your pie going to be? How big is your piece of the pie going to be? How many new consultants are you going to bring on? Are we going to crush 2,000? Make sure you watch every Tuesday in the Stir to see how we're tracking to reach our goal for 2,000 new consultants. All right. So go ahead. Go out there, share this business, ask all your hosts right now, and I can't wait to see your recruiting roar. Bye, guys.